Hello there, this is Carlo and welcome to a very sort of different video that I'm used to doing. This video is entitled Overweight, Unhealthy, Unfit. Basically doing things that enable you to sort of or neglect your family or neglect your children, so on and so on. Now, if I'm a bit all over the place with this video, I'm a bit up, I do apologise. I'm sort of going to try and get my point across the best I can, so that you'll understand sort of where I'm coming from. Now, obviously the surroundings I'm shooting this video in are a bit unusual, but I think relevant to the video, to this video and to the topic that I'm going to try and bring across to you. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I see a video by Steve Johnson over at Tech Johnson, and it really moved me. You know, the last 6 minutes of one of his videos was basically talking about his health, neglecting, you know, his child when he was playing a video game, so on and so on. And I'm going to try to explain to you guys, you know, I see a lot of me in that video and a lot of the way I used to act and behave towards my family when I was engrossed in something. Say for instance creating a YouTube video, you know, working on a piece of content for a client, or doing general VFX CGI work for a film, and just trying to get the job done really. And I used to be very sort of because I work from home basically, I never used to have time or give enough time to my children or my partner as much as I should have done, or I should have. And I neglected my health in many ways by basically sitting on the computer and doing these things. And I just want to explain to you guys how I've tried to sort of overcome that, and make life better for myself and make life better for my family at the same time. Firstly, you know, I'm not a well person. I have a form of Parkinson's disease, which is called benign essential tremors, which basically causes me to shake a lot. So I can't do things like make cups of tea, handle knives, sharp objects, anything that will cause me to cause harm to myself, or using dangerous objects. I can't use because my hands sort of start shaking, not because I want them to. It's because there's signals in my brain that basically send signals down to my hands that are not basically working correctly. So also I have a bad heart condition. I have angina. I'm now I'm 39 years old. I'm 40 in February, and I had a heart attack when I was 32 years old, which was the worst experience of my life. So when I sort of sat there and watched Steven's video, I was pretty moved by it, and it made me think, you know, I need to do this video not only for him, but for everyone else. Sort of explain to you guys, look, you know, at the end of the day, you only live once, and your health is the most important thing in the world. Not only your health, but your child's health, and your family's health. So I started doing visual effects about 25 years ago, and I was very wanting to sort of grab any opportunity I could to be within that sort of industry, which included me sort of neglecting family, you know, not wanting to know, you know nothing from nothing, but apart from, you know, what these people wanted me to do. But say for instance, you know, you're freelancing for a company, or you're freelancing yourself out, and a client comes to you and wants you to do a job. Don't feel that you need to sort of pressurize yourself and pressurize your family into thinking you've got to get this job done because that's what pays the bills. You know, you do these things for your family, to make money for you, for yourself and for your family, so you have a better life. But you can't have a better life if you work so hard and you know, pay so much attention to what you're doing that you're neglecting your health, and neglecting your children and neglecting your partner, because that's not healthy. Um, I went through a stage where, for instance, I'll be working on the computer, my child will come up to me and say he wants to play, and I'll be like, no, I'm busy, I'm busy, go away, go play with your toys, you know, I'm not, I've got to work, you know, which obviously upset my child. I've got two children, I've got a 14-year-old boy, and I've got a 4-year-old boy, but it mostly sort of affected my 14-year-old, and it's not really affected my 4-year-old because I've learnt my lesson and taught myself what I need to do to sort of spend time with my family, as well as spending time on my computer, either making content for YouTube or working for a client. So it was a case that, you know, my missus said to me, right, you need to go down to the shop and grab some milk, or you need to go here, we need to do this, and I'm like, no, I'm fucking working, do you know what I mean, what's the matter with you? And the way I sort of achieved that is by prioritising time. That is the most important thing you can do to, one, help you out with your health, your well-being, your mental way of thinking, and obviously help you out with how much time you sort of spend with your family, because your family is the most important thing to you. You know, no computer, no fucking video game, no phones, no tech this, tech that could ever beat your child, or beat, you know, being with your children or being with your partner, because that's what life's all about. You know, I do see a lot of YouTube videos where they make out that this fucking iPhone's the business, and oh yeah, I've just got this new MacBook Pro and I just want to fucking be so excited, and to me, I look at the video and I think, you know, get a fucking life, man. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, your children, your family are the most important things in your life. Whatever you get after that is like a little bonus. It's like a little treat for yourself. So going back to prioritising time, in a sense where if a client comes to me and says, right, Carlo, I need this piece of VFX done or this job done, can you do it? I need it done within this sort of deadline. My first response to that will be, hang on a minute, it's not your deadline, it's my deadline. I have a family, I would love to do the job, I have a family, okay, I have children which I need to spend time with. Say for instance they say to you, we need you to get this job done within a week. Okay, so your deadline is within a week. All you need to do is turn around to the client and say to yourself, right, I think this is going to take longer than a week. Okay, sorry, my child's just come out and he's going to bug me now. This is exactly what I'm saying to you. I'm doing a YouTube video. Children are sort of always here. Come here, Oliver. Come and sit on my lap. Watch the mud. Quick. Okay, don't knock the tripod. So Oliver's here now, and this is it. When you're working, your child always wants to be in the frame. You know, your child always wants to be with you, to play, because they don't know any better. All they want to do is play and hang out with you. So it's very important to sort of stick with that and say to the client, whoever you're working for, I have my time prioritised. So basically, you say if the job's going to take you a week, say, right, the job's going to take 2 weeks for me to do. And if they turn around and say to you, well, I need it done within this sort of time frame, within a week, then don't do the job, because all you're doing is adding stress to yourself. You're panicking, you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I've got to get this job done within a week. I've got no time to do nothing with my family, I've got no time to do nothing with my kids. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, you're pulling your hair out, you know, you're stressing, which is not good for health. You know, you're sitting longer in front of the computer because you're feeling that you need to rush something. So your client is basically getting something he wanted that he didn't want. So in turn, he's going to end up contacting you after the project's done, saying, can you change this, that, and the other? Whereas if you say to him, look, you know, if the job's going to take a week, say it's going to take me 3 weeks to do. You say, so 3 weeks is going to take me to do this project. If you want me to do it, fine. It's going to take 3 weeks, even though you know it's going to take you a week. But what you're doing is you're taking stress off yourself, because you're giving yourself an extra 2 weeks to actually do the project and actually fulfill the goal that you need to achieve. So always think about yourself when you're working for a client. Okay, think how it's going to benefit you, whether it's health, whether it's you know, keeping yourself stress free, and also giving yourself time to sort of play with your children and hang out with the missus and do things around the house. within that sort of time frame. So you're giving yourself, you know, it's a week's work, you're giving yourself 3 weeks to do it. If the client doesn't want it, then knock them on the head, because if you turn around to them and say, you know, for instance, someone came to me about a month and a half ago and said, oh, they wanted an appointment on Skype. Right, we need to speak to you on Skype. We need you to do this project for us. And my response was, I'm playing with my kids at the moment, but what I can do, be careful, Oliver, and what I can do is I can organise an appointment. Sorry, my kids are not really. I can organise an appointment for you to speak to you on so-and-so date when I'm not playing with my children. Okay? If that client turned around and says, sorry, I'm not interested because I need to speak to you now, then screw them. There's plenty more fish in the sea. You know, there's plenty more jobs out there that you can actually do. So, prioritising time, going back to that, is very important, not only for your well-being, but for your health as well. You know, coming away from the computer. You know, you feel to yourself, right, I need to sit down on my fucking chair, stick my face in the computer, and I'm not going to move from the morning till the night. From the minute I get up, from the minute I go to bed, I want to stay on my computer and I want to do A, B, C, D, all the way up to Z, whatever you need to do. Bollocks to that. You don't need to be like that, because whether you're a lady or a gentleman, you're in charge of your own destiny, especially when you're freelance. You're freelance for a reason. You're freelance so you don't have to work for a boss. You're working for yourself. And when that client comes to you and says, right, I need this job done, you give them your deadline. Don't let them give you a deadline. Okay, it's very important, because, like, going back to what I said, if the job is going to take a week to do, it's a week. It's going to be done within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That eases stress, that eases tension, and as you guys know, stress is the biggest killer on this planet. Stress can lead to strokes, stress can lead to heart attacks, stress can lead to depression, and all this leads to unhealthy living, getting overweight, you know, basically everything that can basically, you know, sounded a bit harsh, put you in a fucking box in the ground. So what I do is I spend X amount of time on the computer a day. My children know, and my partner knows, when daddy's got to go to work, or when daddy's got to work, daddy's got to work. Okay? So they leave me alone. You know, they know daddy's working from so-and-so time to so-and-so time. And when daddy's finished, daddy can come and play and have fun. They know this. It's about instilling that time priority within your life, within your family. And it's not only that, you know, if you're getting on there and you're making YouTube videos, you know, women in general don't, you know, they let you do it because it's what makes you happy, but it doesn't mean it makes them happy. And it's the easiest way. If you're constantly on the fucking computer playing video games, you know, doing YouTube videos, working for clients, doing all this, all they see is, in a woman's fucking world, that all you're doing is sticking your face in a fucking computer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not having time for your children. And see, my kid's a parrot at the moment. Oliver, can you be quiet? Daddy's working. See, that's exactly what happens. And he knows that I'm actually doing something for work. I'm doing something for you guys. Right, so, you know, all they know as a woman is that you're spending 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with your face stuck in a fucking computer. You're ignoring them and you're ignoring your children. And that don't wash. Yeah? But if they know that from, you know, you say to Mrs. Right, I have to work for, say, 9 o'clock in the morning to, say, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then after that, I'm going to take the kids out, I'm going to play with the kids. They understand that because you're prioritising time, which is very, very important. Sometimes, you know, even creating YouTube videos, creating content for YouTube, working for clients, and even stupid things like playing video games is taking time out of your kids' lives. I mean, I remember watching a film, and you're probably going to say, what? The film Hook with Robin Williams. And there's a scene where he is taking a phone call and the kids are playing in the same room, yeah, and they're making too much noise, and then he shouts at the top of his voice, I'm on the deal of my life here, can you all just shut up? But then there's a very strong message in it where I can't remember the actress's name, what her name is. She turns around and basically says, you know, this is a time of your life where your kids need you. Okay, it's only a few years, literally a few years, and once that few years is gone, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss out on it. You're going to miss out on your kids' upbringing. And although, you know, you'll probably be there working on a project, your kid will come in the room or your home office or whatever, start shouting and screaming, you'll turn around and say, go out of the room, I'm working. There is guilt. There will be guilt inside you, thinking to yourself, I know I was out of order shouting at my children right now. I know I was out of order, you know, shouting at my child or shouting at my partner because I'm working. Because what you're doing generally is wrong, because you do these sort of things to feed your children and look after your family. That's why we do YouTube videos. That's why we work for clients. That's why we do all these different sorts of things, you know, for our family. You know, it's very easy to sit in front of the computer for 24 hours a day, 7 days a fucking week and neglect your health. And coming from someone who's had a heart attack, it's not worth it. And now my kid's annoying me, but he knows that if he continues to annoy me, I'll put him in a bedroom and they'll be grounded, because he knows...
You're grounded!
See what's that? You know, after this video now, I'll go and I'll play with him. Like at the moment, he's got the Xbox One on and he's got Plants vs Zombies. But with children, they're never happy with what they've got. So that's why it's very important to sort of prioritise time in that sense. If you're feeling, like Steve said in his video, feels unwell, you know, he feels overweight and that he has to do something about it. Saying is not doing. Doing is doing. You know, no disrespect to Steve, but he bought himself a board, you know, to put up on his wall to write notes on. That's not going to do the job, because that's just another piece of kit that you've hung up in your room so you can spend more time in that room. Come away from your fucking computer. Come away from video games and do something productive with your life. Hence why I'm in this greenhouse. Okay, I'm in the greenhouse because that is something for the family, something that keeps me fit. You know, growing vegetables. It's totally different to tech, and it takes you away from that sort of environment. And obviously, the family is going to benefit from all this veg that they're going to sit down and eat, and it's going to keep them healthy as well. Doing something that don't involve... Life don't involve around technology. Life don't involve around fucking Mac Pro and fucking the ultimate PC build and stuff like that. It's just luxury. That's all it is luxury. But the most biggest luxury in your life is your health. Because without your health, you're brown bread. Okay? This is me. Because I was naive. This bag here, okay? This bag here, I'll show you now, right? Is full of pills. 40 years old, right? Full of pills, right? Full of tablets. I'm on more tablets. If I sneezed and my son was ill, he would get better. You know, I've got more tablets than you can ever imagine. Pumps, pills, heart pills, the whole lot. This is how you will end up if you don't listen to advice of what people will say. And you don't want that. If your body's talking to you and you feel your body is saying to you, I don't feel well, it means you need to change your lifestyle. You need to change your eating habits. And I don't mean for just do it for a fucking week. Like go out and eat salads for a week and cut down your fatty food for a week, because that's no good. Yeah, you need to make life-changing authorizations. Is that the right word? Yeah. So you need to change your lifestyle. You know, your body's telling you that what you're doing is not good. It's great there, you know, working for... You know, I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I love working for video and doing VFX and CGI for movies. It makes me proud, you know. It gets me so happy. But I know in my heart, if I sit in front of that computer for too long, I'm going to turn into a vegetable. You know, it's going to affect my bones. It's going to give me arthritis. It's going to give me backache. It's going to make me overweight, which I am. I'm slowly losing it. It's going to make me overweight. It's going to make me stressed, you know, because I'm working for clients. Because clients don't give a shit. You know, if they want something done, they want something done. They don't care about your health. They care about how much money is going to go into their pocket after you've completed that project. So you need to be the boss of you. And if a client turns around and says, well, I need you to create this piece of 3D graphics for me, you have 3 days to do it. No, I don't have 3 days to do it, mate. If you want a person that is going to be crap, you know, or a crap piece of work, then get someone that's going to work in 3 days. Me, I take 2 weeks. But you know it's going to take you 3 days to do it. But you're giving yourself some breathing space. Okay? You're giving yourself some breathing space. 1, to prioritise your family time. 2, to keep yourself fit, so you're not sat in front of the computer 24/7. And 3, you know, you're able to complete that work within, say, a week easily without stressing about it. Okay, and you've got a couple of weeks spare. If you get it done sooner, then you phone the client up and say the job's done. If the client is a decent person, or the people you're doing the job for are decent, they will understand where you're coming from. Trust. You know, like I had a pretty big offer a few weeks ago. He wanted to speak to me right now on YouTube. Sorry, on Skype. Sorry, mate, I'm playing with my kids at the moment. What I can do is I can have a chat with you tomorrow about it. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Because most people have got kids. Okay, most people, you know, that are working hard have got children. So if they don't understand where you're coming from, then they're not worth it. And all you do is you say, well, then I can't do it because I'm playing with my kids. As simple as that. I'm hanging with my missus. I'm taking my missus out for a meal. I'm taking my missus out for dinner. Or not even that. Sorry, I can't, I'm going to the gym. You know, or even if you buy yourself some free weights in the back garden and you do, you know, 30 minutes every single day, or even 20 minutes, 10, 20 minutes, free weights every single day, you're keeping yourself fit. And not only that, you're not pressured into sitting in front of the fucking computer 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, boom, 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 making yourself unhappy, making yourself stressed. You know, you think you're making yourself happy, but your body's not happy. Your body's fucking dying inside because you're not keeping it fit, you're not active. Me now, I started my planting, which is an old man thing, I know, but it's very therapeutic. It keeps me stress free. You know, I come out here, I water my plants, you know, I do some digging in the garden, which I've got quite a big garden. I grow my vegetables. At the end of it, it's stress free. There's no stress about it. It's relaxing. It's doing something different. It's keeping me fit because I'm digging, I'm planting, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you know, and it's something different. And the family benefit from it because they get to eat fresh vegetables, you know, every single fucking day. So not only is it different to sitting in front of the computer, these people that sit in front of the computer and they haven't got kids, you know, fair enough. You ain't got a family, fair enough, do what the fucking hell you want. But when you've got a family, when you've got a partner, and when you've got your own, when you've got children, and you've got your own house, or you're renting, or you've bought a property, and you've got to put food on the table, okay, and you've got to put clothes on their back, and luxuries in their pockets, like, you know, they want the best of everything, new shoes, new tops, new this, new that. That's stressful enough as it is. So what you need to do is go back to prioritising your time within your hobbies, i.e. making YouTube videos, content creating, whatever you want to do, working for various companies. Prioritise your time. It's very, very important. So I hope I've made a little bit of sense in what I'm saying, and take it on board from me, for someone that's very, I'm not unhealthy at the moment. I'm feeling on top of the world because for the last 2 years, I've been prioritising my time and doing things the way it's meant to be done. Yes, I don't get as many contract offers as I used to, but I feel a hell of a lot fucking fitter, and I feel a hell of a lot better in myself because I'm the boss of me. These contractors are not the boss of me. I'm freelance for a fucking reason because I'm the boss of me, you know. So, direct message for Steve: chin up, buddy. You know, don't stress too much about it because you've still got time to change, but only you can sort of make that change, okay? So, as always, thanks for listening. Remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.